Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys That Magic. This is Hunter, Shane, and Steven. Say what up, boys.
What up, boys?
What up, nerds?
We are back. This time, no David with our Commander Grades video. David is off in Hawaii with his brand new wife. That's right, he just got married, so all of us would like to say congratulations.
Nah.
Nah, you should be here.
He should be here doing this video.
No excuse, dude. No excuse.
But honestly, congratulations to David. Me and Shane were able to be a part of it, and it was a great wedding.
It was alright.
Marriage is overrated.
Says the married guy. Real quick before we continue, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, because we do enjoy making the content for you, so why miss out? But yeah, let's just jump into it. We have David's notes and grades. He left us with those, so we will be doing this final grade video without him, but he is still here with notes and grades. So let's jump straight back into it. Again, this is the Multicolored Legendaries Part 2. If you guys didn't see Part 1, check the description down below. Click on that before watching this one. Or if you want to check the description and click on the card that we're talking about today, you can do that as well. So this first one, Lozhan Dragon's Legacy. Lozhan Dragon's Legacy is 3, a blue and a red for a 4/2 legendary creature dragon shaman. It has flying. It says whenever you cast an adventure spell or dragon spell, Lozhan Dragon's Legacy deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target that isn't a commander. Very weird last part of that sentence.
So it just doesn't deal damage to commanders.
Doesn't deal damage to commanders, but everything else it can deal damage to.
Sure.
I wrote, is it dragons will and have always been powerful?
Well, you could just put that blue and red. Yes. Anything, not just is it. Or other dragons,
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
I mean, its ability is dragon spells, right? You
Dude, they
cast
could
dragon
take
spell, you
so
deal
many extra
damage.
turns.
I mean,
Think
sure, you
about
can put turn spells in here too.
Hell yeah.
But that's a lot of damage to someone's face.
Yeah.
Steven, what do you think?
Did you do your cool thing where you looked up how many adventure spells there are in red and blue?
Nope, didn't look up that at all, because I don't care about the adventures, I just care about dragons.
Well, it's a part of the card, Hunter.
Sure, but I think dragons is a lot more printed cards than adventures.
Yeah,
And
but it's
if
part of the card, Hunter.
If I was building this, I wouldn't be putting adventures, I'd be putting dragons.
Yeah,
I put adventure dragons.
Adventure dragons. It's cool. It's a cool one. Dave wrote, this could actually make a decent dragon tribal commander. Most dragons are expensive.
Dude,
Kind of what I said.
Good thought.
Kind of what I said. I said a lot of damage to the face.
Or just spot removal.
Or yeah, you can just pick off little things that aren't commanders. I don't know. I think this card's interesting. I think it's okay.
I could see it. I could definitely see it.
Are you guys ready to move on to grades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with David. David, what's your grade?
I hate it. It's a D.
It's a B. You give it a B.
Oh, I'm dyslexic. Sorry.
David's giving it a B. I'm also giving it a B.
I will also give this card a B.
Do I just have to give it a B then, I guess? Okay, it's a B.
You do what you want, Shane. You don't have to do what we want.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. It's like an average card, but I guess it's a better than average guy. It's good.
This average grade is a B. Next up, Mahadi, Emporium Master. Mahadi Emporium Master is 1, a black and a red for a 3/3 legendary creature, Cat Devil. It says at the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each creature that died this turn.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cat tribal, dude.
Not necessarily cat tribal,
I'm just
but
kidding.
David wrote, I think every sack deck wants this. The ramp can be very, very scary. Makes treasures for your opponent's creatures too. Very easy to go infinite.
And that's always what David looks at. Can I go infinite? Then I love this card.
That's exactly what I wrote in my notes. I said, "Oh God, this is David's wet dream."
So, for everyone looking at this card right now, this is a massive spoiler for Descent into Avernus, if anyone is going to be playing this campaign. It's
Well, then
kind of
don't
funny.
say it.
I mean, but
I'm just
it's right here. We're looking at it.
Well, but if we don't know what the spoiler is, like I don't even know what it is.
This is Mahadi.
I may hard that part.
Emporium Master.
So
Yep.
he's a master of Emporiums.
Yeah. So funny enough, in the Descent into Avernus book, spoiler alert,
Oh, no.
he is actually disguising himself as a normal person.
I don't see that anywhere in this art.
Yeah, how is that
I know.
what the fuck are you talking about?
He, funny enough, he's a Raksasha, which is basically like
He's a cat devil.
or something.
Yeah.
If you notice his palms in the card art, they're actually backwards. That's what Raksashas do. They have that weird fact.
I think if anything, you just spoiled that.
I said spoiler alert.
Yeah, I know, but you said the card spoiled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven,
Spoiler
what do you
alert.
think about the card as a magic card?
Oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah, I'm on board with David. I think.
I mean, it's Rakdos. It's 3 mana. It's a 3/3. It's cheap. It does what you want it to do. It does great things. Can't really complain about it.
Is it one of the best sack commanders available?
No.
Potentially. I think it's got the potential to.
This would
Treasures
be
is no joke.
It would be the best sack commander ever if it had an ability to sack things. 'Cause
Exactly.
you definitely want something to sack. Like you need somebody to turn on your sack engine, which I
You
know
just
you
put one of
always
the.
have.
I was gonna say, put one of the altars down.
Sure. But out of the 1 to 99, unless you have a card that goes and fetches it, I don't know. You better hope that Dave does this thing where he makes it super consistent.
Lands
he
that
would.
will actually, when you tap it, you can sacrifice a creature and add 2 black mana.
Oh. No, this card seems really good though.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this card. Big fan. Let's move on to grades. Shane, what are you giving it?
Well, I can't be like everyone, so I'm just gonna give it a B.
Giving it a B.
I can see it's strong.
I am giving it an A. I think this is an A tier commander.
Well, I can be like everyone, so I'm going to go ahead and give this an A.
And David is on board with Steven and I. That is an A from him as well. Mahadi is very good. That average is an A. Next up, Mazzy Truesword Paladin. Mazzy Truesword Paladin is 1, a red, a green, and a white for a 3/4 legendary creature halfling knight. It says whenever an enchanted creature attacks one of your opponents, it gets +2/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. Whenever an aura you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, exile it. Until the end of your next turn, you may cast that card. So auras go nowhere. You can just keep casting them.
Like they go infinite.
They just
Or
don't
it
die.
could, I guess. Yeah. That's a cool putting the pants on commander, dude.
I mean, they do die if you can't play them.
True.
But I mean, if you played them originally, that means you had the mana. So you can play them again.
But if they die when you have no mana, then you're like, fuck.
You got until the end of your next turn.
There you go then. Never mind.
Here's the number crunch, Steven. There's 506 auras that enchant creatures in Naya.
Meh.
A lot.
That is
meh.
That is a lot of auras.
It's a lot of meh.
Put the pants on, Steven.
What pants?
Proverbial pants.
No.
Put your
The
goddamn
only thing
pants
that
on.
the only thing that I hate about this card is that it doesn't matter how many auras you put on, it still just gets +2.
Yeah.
So
This card's really not there for the damage. This card's there for the aura benefit.
I don't know if that's true.
I think so.
You don't have to only put auras on this dude.
No, I know. It says whenever an enchanted creature attacks, it gets
Yeah.
+2/+0.
So if you have a bunch of things
Trample.
attacking under enchanted, dude, boom. Swing the team, go wide, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be cooler if it said each enchantment on your creature gets +2/+0.
Nah.
Nah.
What I will say is, since we do see some Boros in here, I really do feel like Myriad in this set was pretty big. So I think with the red and the white splashing in there, I think that'd be kind of cool for some of this stuff.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when you do Myriad with an aura, it doesn't get the aura coming in.
Well, you've pretty much given me the grade that I wanted to give this card anyways. Thank you.
Dave said a minor buff with minimal card advantage.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's minimal card advantage.
Well spoken, David. Well spoken.
What
I mean,
card advantage are you getting?
the ability to always cast whatever strong enchantment you or you have. That's not just minimal. When you find the piece you need, it's always there now. I'm not saying it's great, but pretty good. It's like
Also,
having what?
another thing about this card. If you don't cast that aura, it's stuck in exile.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, just don't let it get stuck in exile, forehead.
But you're right. You stumped me on that one.
No, I did.
All right, let's move on to grades.
Yes,
I'm giving
please.
this is a D.
This card's dumb, so I'm giving it a D.
You know what? I'm
I'm
tired
bringing
of your crap, Steven. I'm gonna give it a C.
A C. That's impressive.
Why? It's
David,
one above D? What the fuck?
I mean, you're saying it's better, but I'll give it to
Yeah.
you. Dave is giving it a D, which brings our average to a D.
Wah wah.
Sorry, Shane.
You better be.
Next up is Miirym, Sentinel Wyrm. Miirym, Sentinel Wyrm is 3, a green, a blue, and a red for a 6/6 legendary creature dragon spirit. It has flying and ward 2. It also says whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a copy that's a copy of it, except the token isn't legendary if that dragon is legendary.
Seems lit.
This is a awesome card.
Yeah, this card's fantastic. There's only one bad thing about it.
What's
Tell
that?
me.
It costs 6.
So what? Most good dragons do cost 6.
It's also green, so you can ramp into it.
Just saying.
I feel like that's not a problem with these big boy dragons. You know what you're getting yourself into. Also, I don't think it's called a worm. I think it's called like a Wyrm.
It's a worm.
I'm pretty sure it's not a worm.
What is it, Steven?
I'm gonna go with Wyrm.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure a Wyrm is like a dragon thing, but okay, boys.
It's a worm, dude.
All right.
We're going worm. What do you think of the card itself?
It's fantastic. Flying 6/6, Ward 2 for the protection. Doesn't matter how many legendaries you throw. Like, this is solid.
Yeah, I like this card a lot. I wrote, this shit is potent. You can really do a shit ton of damage with this card. There's 3 color too? My goodness. And the best dragon color being red? David wrote, could be one of the better dragon tribal cards. ETBs can be nutty and provides a lot of value. Yeah, the ETBs I never really thought about, but that's very true. That could be crazy.
Yeah, I played against this the other day on Spell Table, and the guy had a dragon where he basically, when it ETB'd, it destroyed a target non-basic land.
Ouch.
So he got that, he got the copy, and then since there's blue in this deck, he bounced the card back to his hand and then replayed it.
Jesus.
Yep.
That sounds like a really fun deck.
Did you scoop?
No, because he didn't target me.
I will say this. This is the number 1 commander since this set was released. So
I mean, of course
on
it is.
EDH Rec.
It's fun as fuck.
It seems very fun. Let's move on to the grades. I am going to give this a B. I would give it an A, but like Steven said, it is still 6 mana. If it was 5, A+.
And that is exactly why I will also be giving it a B.
The 6 mana shouldn't get you hung up, bro. I promise you. Like, I have multiple dragon decks, dude, and they're all 6 mana and they're great, dude. This could definitely be an A.
What do you
That
give
So
means
what
it?
are you going to give it?
I just said an A.
You said it could be an A.
Okay, well, it is an A.
All right, there you go. Dave also gave it a B. So the
Could be
average for
nutty.
this is a B. Next up, we got another Planeswalker. This is Minsc and Boo, Timeless Heroes. Minsc and Boo, Timeless Heroes is 2, a red and a green, for a starting loyalty of 3. It has an effect that says when it enters the battlefield and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create Boo, a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token with trample and haste. It has a +1 ability that says put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature with trample or haste. It has a -2 ability that says sacrifice a creature. When you do, Minsc and Boo, Timeless Heroes, deal X damage to any target where X is that creature's power. If the sacrificed creature was a hamster, draw X cards.
Hell yeah, dude. How many? Wait, Hunter, do it quick. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. How many hamster cards are there?
How many hamster cards are there?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any.
Damn it.
I think this is specifically for Minsc and Boo, dude. Like the hamster.
Well, isn't there another card with them in it that can create a hamster, right?
The other Minsc? Yeah.
Yeah, they're Minsk, yeah. So there's 2. Seems lit, dude.
There's just, I mean, they both make the legendary creature hamster called Boo, so one would die based on the legend rule.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep, but I think this card's awesome.
Yeah, this reminds me of Togo, except you're throwing hamsters instead of rocks.
And you get to keep you get a hamster every turn if the
Yeah,
hamster
that's
dies.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, play this +1 attack with it because it gets trample and haste. You just put 3 +1/+1 counters on it, so now it's a 4/4.
Make it even bigger.
It's pretty strong, dude. I mean,
It's
I've never
very
seen a
strong.
hamster that big. It's pretty good.
You just subtract it, draw some cards when you need to.
Is your game plan to like make the biggest hamster you possibly can?
I think the game plan is to put anger into your graveyard and then just pump flyers.
Hmm.
Seems pretty. I
Oh,
think
gotcha. Yeah.
yes, the hamster is just a massive bonus as a
I think you're
blocker
just
every
drawing.
turn.
Wait, I'm saying like the minus though, you only care if it's a hamster to draw the cards, but
Correct.
either way it's doing the damage.
Yeah. You
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
give
sick.
something 3 counters. It's pretty good.
I mean, I think
Dave's
this card with like Xenagos, God of Revels,
okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, not bad, not
Then it
bad.
goes to the planeswalker?
No,
Okay.
he's a enchantment creature god.
Oh. I'm thinking
Oh.
about
The
Xenagos
one that at the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature gains haste and gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is that creature's power.
Gotcha.
Hmm. David's notes say that's a buff hamster. Protects itself and has the potential to draw cards. I actually like this one.
I actually like it.
Yeah. I like it too, Dave. I like it too. I like it so much. Let's move on to grades because I'm giving this an A.
Whoa.
I think you
Yeah.
like it a little bit too much. I'm gonna give this a B.
Yeah, I'm with Steve. I'm gonna give it a B as well. It's very, very, very strong.
Dave, what
B.
are you giving it?
A
Oh,
B.
you know me, I'm David, so I'm gonna give this a B because I like it.
Wow, David. That's awesome. You brought the average there to a B.
You know us, bringing that average up.
This next card is Minthara Merciless Soul. Minthara Merciless Soul is 2, a white and a black for a 2/2 legendary creature elf cleric. It has Ward X, where X is the number of experience counters you have. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, you get an experience counter. Creatures you control get +1/+0 for each experience counter you have. This is a card.
That is a pretty sick card.
Experience counters are super hard to deal with.
Yeah, because you can't really get rid of them.
Yep.
They're just there. Damn, that's sick.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saying abuse the counters. You can profit. Throw Daxos the Returned in this for the only other card in this color that actually lets you add more experience counters. Seems
I
real
hate that
good.
card.
Yeah. You can proliferate it too, right?
You sure can. It is a counter.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, and it's got Ward X, where X is the experience counters as well. Like
Yeah, it's pretty
it's
sick.
pumping itself, and it's giving itself more protection the more counters you have.
It's unfortunate that it'll always be a 2-butt, at least from that, but
It also says that if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield, so just crack a land,
yeah.
this could get nuts.
The ward seems pretty good too, late game. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's a very powerful card. David says, experience counters can be a huge pain since they can't really be interacted with. That alone probably makes her worth playing. Token strats can get a huge boost. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
dude,
true.
I keep reading it. All creatures you control
Yeah.
get the +1.
All
Holy
creatures.
fuck. Yeah, that
Yeah,
seems
dude.
crazy.
I don't know, man. I love this card. Plus, it's in like the Orshoff's colors, and I really like stuff like this.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm a
This
big
seems
Orzhov fan.
pretty strong.
I
Oh,
like
fuck
it a
that.
lot.
Yeah,
I think this is a card I actually kind of want to build around.
I
Seems
can see
good.
it. Yeah,
Seems good. Let's give it grades. Let's grade this card. I was gonna say this girl.
that's not
Uh,
great, girl.
uh, I'm giving it an A. Back to back. This is an A.
Back to back. Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't give the last one an A, so I can't say back to back, but I will give this an A.
I'm gonna be joining you with my first A, I think, because I like this card a lot. A.
Oh well, guys,
And
I
David.
think I think you guys turned me on to this card, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually bump my score up to an A.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, you guys talked me into it. This card's
We
really
never
good.
talk you into things like that, Dave. That's cool.
I know. It's like I'm a new guy. I'm a new
You get
man.
married. You get married. And you actually are more reasonable. Crazy.
Marriage has changed me for the better.
David gave it a B, but it doesn't change the average that this is an A.
Yeah. So he gave it an A. Sick. All right. Cool.
Next up, Myrkul, Lord of Bones. Myrkul, Lord of Bones is 4, a white, a black, and a green for a 7/5 legendary creature god. Says as long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, it has indestructible. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's an enchantment and loses all other card types.
This card's nuts.
Why?
I know that it's expensive, and you're gonna hate on that, but dude, the amount of broken things you can do by making all the creatures that die that you care about that have relevant text, and then just make them enchantments, which are arguably way harder to deal with. That's fucking sick, dude. Like, it might take a minute to get this thing going, but holy fuck.
Yeah, a lot of people like this card.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because this card's pretty good. I mean, like, it's very off-putting. 7 mana is a bit aggressive, but this card goes infinite with a lot of different cards.
Like?
I can't remember the name of the card, but it's that one green one where you can tap it to add a green mana, and then you can basically put a -1/-1 counter on it and untap it. So
Oh,
then you
yeah.
can tap it again. If that card dies and then becomes an enchantment, it's no longer a creature.
Yep.
So now you
So it
have
never
that
dies.
static effect, so it never dies. So you can
Yep.
make infinite green mana.
Super broken.
Devoted druid is what you're
Devoted
talking
Yeah.
about.
Druid. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. There's creatures that'll do stuff like that they balance because they're a creature, but they're not a creature. So think about it. Any of your mana dorks too. If you could tap them, let them die, bring them back, and then tap them again immediately, because they don't get sickness.
Also,
You
Hallowed
guys make good
Haunting,
points.
Starfield of Nyx. I mean, dude, anything that makes your enchantments creatures again, like dude, this card can do some nut stuff, but
Yeah.
it's still 7 mana, dude.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's got green, like Hunter always says. You can ramp into it, which is kind of cool, but like you got to make people at the table leave you alone to get going.
Yeah, this is a slow deck, in my opinion. And maybe I'm
It
shooting
can be.
myself in the foot saying that, but
Yeah. I mean, here's what David says. He says 7 mana is a lot. The indestructible is basically flavor text too. I feel like there are better versions of this card already in existence.
I would argue that I don't think any cards are like this.
Definitely
I
interesting.
I wish he could tell me what that meant. Yeah.
Uh, I like it. I was originally down on it, but the more you guys are making, like, when your creatures die, like, they just are really hard to deal with and all this other stuff. Yeah, I kind of like it a lot.
Then you can start having things that care about how many enchantments you have on the field, because now all your
Yeah.
creatures become enchantments.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, do this like my Go Shinsai deck is just all enchantments, and enchantment based creatures, and it's so hard for people to deal with it.
It actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Again, like you got to get it going, but I feel like this could be a lot of fun to get going.
Man, I've raised my grade even higher.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you went up
you're
too,
not
dude. Holy shit!
you're actually where I was gonna start at.
Yeah. So let's move on to the grades then. We'll start with David's. David gave this a D. Maybe he would have changed his mind if talking to us, but
Maybe.
that's his grade for this card, is a D.
Yeah. I understand. I'm gonna
I
give it a
I'm
B
gonna.
though.
was
Ooh,
there with a D, but
Where are
I've
you at
raised
now?
my grade to a B.
Oh, welcome. I was
Yeah.
gonna give it a B as well, man. I think it's aggressive 7 mana, but really cool card.
well, guys, welcome to the bright side.
Ooh.
We're giving this a B
Hell yeah.
for
What a
bones.
what an upset right there. Holy shit, boys.
What an upset. But because
Yeah,
David gave that a D,
We're at a C.
this average is a B.
good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Next up, Neera Wild Mage. Neera Wild Mage is 4, a blue and a red, for a 2/7 legendary creature, human elf shaman. It says whenever you cast a spell, you may put it on the bottom of its owner's library. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability triggers only once each turn.
Gross.
You love that last sentence.
Hate that word, dude. Or last phrase.
Only once.
Do you
Yeah,
still
I
get
said
the trigger off the first spell?
whenever you cast a spell.
Yeah, I
That
just
means
didn't know if it going on the bottom of your library like cancels the effect of it.
like does it count towards a storm counter? Is that what you're asking?
No, like does the spell go off?
I don't think the spell goes off.
No, it's like you're swapping it.
Ugh.
What does it count as you casting a spell? Is like if you had a thing that cared about spells being cast, would that count as 2 spells in one turn?
I mean, you're still casting it.
Right, so I thought, yeah.
I was just wanting to make sure that it was, if you cast it, does it actually go off and then it goes to the bottom of your library?
No, because I don't think it hits. You're casting, so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, no, I think what this is saying is you get the
I guess it
ability
doesn't
to
resolve.
yeah, you can choose to either cast it for it, or you can choose to put it on the bottom of your library. And
You're
if you
telling
do,
me
you
I
can
can
make
just pay 1 blue or like 1 red for like a really low CMC cost card
Yep,
and then just hit like a massive banger?
you definitely could.
That's exactly what I wrote here. I said it seems really good. Run big creatures and cheap instants and sorceries.
Yeah, you're just doing what David hates, dude. You're leaving it literally all chance. This is worse
Oh
than
yeah,
rolling a dice, dude.
I think 6 mana just hurts this card though, and the ability only triggering once each turn.
I
Hey,
mean,
it's a 2/7.
they have to put
2/7
the
is
one per
very
turn, but
interesting.
well, it's statted super pillow 40.
Sure. David wrote, at its best, you can cheat in huge threats. Seems like it requires some very tight and odd deck construction, though. I'm not sure if I like this.
What does David like?
Hawaii.
You're not wrong.
You are not wrong.
He's having a good time over there.
I feel like this could be a fun, just kind of like cheapy, kind of just fuck around deck. That's my gut.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Kind of a, let's see what I can do with it.
Yeah,
So you're saying you're just really in this deck for the memes?
for the
For the
memes. Yeah,
memes, dude.
this will be a meme deck in my opinion.
Let's move on to the grades. Steven.
I'm gonna give this a card. This a card. This a card. A
Give me a
C.
stroke, dude. Holy shit.
I
You
felt
said
like
this
I was
like
for a second.
3 times.
There's a card.
It's a
I'm
card.
giving it
It's
this a card. I'm also giving it a C with you, Steven.
I'm gonna give it a C as well. It's average. It's fun. It's meme.
And David gives it a D.
It makes
This
sense. Though.
average is going to be a C.
I hate the once per turn, man.
I mean, what does that matter? Like, I don't think that's that big of a difference, dude.
Yeah, because otherwise you could just abuse the fuck out of this, and that way it's like, well, you can only do it once. I guess you can do it once on everyone's turn.
Yeah, so you can do this 4 times.
Yeah. Still hate it. Whatever. Go ahead.
Here's the shitty thing, in my opinion. If you want to try and counter somebody's spell, you have to play something and then counter it.
Well, no, because it says you may. You don't have to. Put that
Oh, is
shit
it
at
a
the
may?
bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
You chilling.
Next up, Nine Fingers Keene. Nine Fingers Keene is 1, a black, a green, and a blue for a 4/4 legendary creature human rogue. It has menace. It has ward, pay 9 life. And whenever Nine Fingers Keene deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 9 cards of your library. You may put a gate card from among them onto the battlefield. Then, if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest into your hand. Otherwise, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
All right,
Don't
guys. So we
understand.
ready to move on to grades?
Yeah, I don't. I really want to know what you're talking about, Hunter, because like, what does this commander do?
Okay, I'll tell you. Number crunch time. There's 11 gates in these colors, right?
Stupid.
Mhm.
Once you get 9, the ability is just drawing 9, right?
Wait. And if you control 9 or more gates, Do you really
So
want to
as
be
soon as
drawing
you,
9 cards?
I don't think
yeah,
that's what
dude,
that does. It sounds like it just draws you to
draws you
2
9,
other
dude.
gates.
Look at the top 9 cards of a library, right? You may put a gate from among them onto the battlefield. Then, if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest into your hand. So, if you have the 9 gates already, you just put the 9 in your hand.
I think that's how it works too, but I just don't understand. Like, yeah, but you're running
So I,
gates, dude.
so I wrote, just tutor for lands, dude. Just tutor for your gates.
You're so stupid. And then what?
Put some stuff down that gives you no maximum hand size.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Card's stupid.
So yeah, I think this is actually more powerful than you think.
Nah.
Yeah, you're right. Because I don't think this is powerful at all.
I'm a fan. I do think it's average though. Let's move on to the grade, shall we? Actually, no, we didn't even tell David's little notes. He says, I was so high on this card until I read Gate. Why, Wizards?
Why?
Why, Wizards? This is currently ranked number 24 in the past week on EDH Rec. So some people think it's good. But let's move on to the grades. I'm giving it a C.
What's the 24th letter in the alphabet?
24th?
Definitely not F.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give this the 24th letter of the alphabet as a grade.
Why?
Because this is the 24th most popular card.
You're so
You're
stupid, dude.
Okay,
I was very confused.
me too.
I'm going to give this a D.
Is that 24?
No.
What are you giving it, Shane?
I'm probably giving it a D as well, man.
And David is giving it an F. He says he's giving it a super F, but whatever. This average here is a D. Next
Cool.
up, OG, the Exquisite Blade. OG, the Exquisite Blade is 2, a white and a blue for a 2/3 legendary creature, human monk. It says when it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life and scry 2. And whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Blink ability when you cast 2.
Yeah, which is easy, you know?
This is
I
stupid.
can do that.
Stupid. Why is it stupid,
Why?
Steven?
Because there are other cards that do better that aren't creatures. Like I don't know, and I have to cast 2 spells.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I said I like the flicker effect here, but that second spell every turn is going to be hard to consistently pull off when you do it so many times. So, Steven, I was right there with you.
Yeah. But it's cool.
It is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. David wrote, this seems like it has some shenanigan potential. Bounce your creatures with good ETBs to mess with your opponents. Can be done at instant speed.
Yeah, true.
That is very true.
You could, dude, you could block, bounce, get an ETB. Sick.
Can you do it to itself?
Yeah, it's a target creature you control.
And then it enters, you gain 2 life and scry 2 again.
Sure.
Seems weird, but it's doable.
I mean, yeah, if they're gonna remove it, you can do that.
Instant speed.
I feel like if you're
Cast 2
holding up,
spells.
yeah, if you're able to hold up that dude, you could potentially always save whatever that they're trying to get rid of. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. The more we talk about it, the more I don't like it. So
Yeah, because it's not good.
let's move on to the grades. Steven, what are you giving this?
D. I'd give it an F, but it does something.
David gave it a B.
You guys are
He's
so different right now.
really high on this card.
Hi, I'm this guy. Yeah, man. I'm gonna give it a C.
And I will join you, Shane. This is a C from me as well.
We just brought it right to the middle.
Right to the middle. This average is a C.
You're welcome, Steven.
I hate you guys.
Moving on to one of my favorite cards to say. This is Raggadragga, Goreguts Boss. Raggadragga Goreguts Boss is 2 a red and a green for a 4/4 legendary creature human boar. Says each creature you control with a mana ability gets +2/+2. Whenever a creature you control with a mana ability attacks, untap it. And whenever you cast a spell, if at least 7 mana was spent to cast it, untap target creature. It gets +7/+7 and gains trample until end of turn.
Yo, that's a real card.
Pretty
Can
cool,
I have
huh?
can I have a story time?
What's your story time?
More.
So in
D&D.
Avernus, we fought this guy.
Okay.
After we killed him, we were in a car chase, and the vehicle that we had took some damage. There was one of his companions that was hiding under the vehicle, so we told him that if he would fix our car, we would let him go free. He fixed our car. We let him get about 10 feet away, and then we murdered him.
You are a horrible person.
Yeah,
Did you get anything out of that, or that was it?
satisfaction.
That you didn't get any kind of loot, nothing, like no beneficial.
No, I told you what I got. Satisfaction.
You're a dick.
He killed Raggadragga. I love his name, dude.
Raggadragga.
I even wrote, I love this name. It's fun to say. I love giving your mana dorks pseudo vigilance. And also 7 mana things seems hard to pull off. And you want to do it before combat, even though it sounds like it wants to be a combat trick.
No, you could put it. You could definitely do it in combat if you got the mana, right?
I mean, if you're casting something at instant speed for 7 mana,
You could do it, dude. You can any kind of X fucking card, fuck it.
it's true. The X cards will do it, but I don't know,
X
man.
gonna give it to you, dude.
X
I mean,
gonna give it to you. It's
Dude,
super,
regardless though. Sorry.
super weird.
Can you guys
Yeah.
give me a second?
No. I'm gonna keep talking.
Because I'm pretty sure this card goes infinite with something as well.
Oh, well, I was gonna say that it's okay, so your mana dorks get bigger, and now you get to attack. Like you're encouraged to attack with them, and then they can untap, and then you can use our ability if you need to later. Dude, that's sick. I was gonna say in the next combat, but that doesn't
I
make
mean,
sense.
this card with Marwyn is pretty nuts too.
I don't. You just keep looking up shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Marwyn's in my elf deck. I know Marwyn. Marwyn can tap for green mana equal to her power.
Okay.
So you just keep pumping her, You give her 7+7+7, taps for fucking 8, and then she untaps, and then you tap again.
That's actually, yeah, because she'll get the 2+2+2, and then she'll tap. That's sick.
Yeah, that's the thing. You could do that. There's a ton of combos you could throw in this deck. I like it. And yeah,
Wait, I need to say something for
okay.
clarification. Whenever you attack, it untaps. So you're only gonna ever do that once, right?
Right.
Okay. So I was thinking like you can't go infinite with that part. You just mean how were you talking about going infinite, Steven?
There's a way to go infinite with the mana.
Oh, okay.
It's with a really jank creature called Sun Crusher.
Got it. I was like, I thought it just meant like whenever you tap a mana ability, it untaps, but that'd be stupid strong.
David wrote, Mana Dork Tribal? Seems like a neat way to make them matter in the late game.
100%, dude. I think this card's sick.
I agree. I think this card is really sick. I am a big fan. Let us move on to the grades. Raggadragga, I'm giving it a C.
Big fan. Give it an C.
I'll give this a B. I think this card's pretty cool.
My man, dude. I'm gonna give it a B too.
And David gives it a C as well. So the higher grade
what is a
wins
B?
that. The average grade for Raggadragga is a B.
We did it, Steven.
Doctor.
Next up, Raphael, Fiendish Savior. Raphael, Fiendish Savior is 3, a black and a red for a 4/4 legendary creature, Devil Noble. It has flying. It says other demons, devils, imps, and tieflings you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. Also, at the beginning of each end step, if a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, create a 1/1 red devil creature token with, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target.
Yeah, this card's fantastic.
I like it a lot too. David wrote, this card wants to do a lot, but the more I think about it, the more issues I see. Weak tribal support for a tribe that barely holds itself together. Which, I'm going to number crunch right here. You have 128 demons, 43 devils, 39 imps, and 11 tieflings. That's including Prosper. And I wish David was here. Because this tribe, and putting it in quotes, is definitely doable with all of those cards. The effect itself just doesn't seem strong. Would be stronger if they got +1/+1 for each on the field. But it doesn't even pump itself.
I don't know why David isn't more thrilled about this. This is Rakdos. You're sacking, and not only do you sack stuff, but when you do, there's upside. So not only is there upside on the sack, because you might draw like 2 cards with Deadly Dispute and create a treasure token or stuff like that, but then you create a 1/1 red devil, and when it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So you're slowly encompassing this fucking army.
I mean, you're making a 1/1. You're making a +2/+1
+1/+1.
red devil.
Yeah, with lifelink.
Yeah, I would say
With lifelink.
lifelink is that's kind of relevant, dude. Because you could build a deck that kind of cares about killing yourself. Now you have a way to not die. That's pretty good.
I will say, though, what I did right, I'm really bummed that it doesn't pump itself.
Yeah, I mean,
there's so many Anthem effects, man.
if it pumped itself, it wouldn't have flying, let's be honest. For like this price.
I don't know.
I mean, a 4/4 flyer?
Most demons are flying, aren't they?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, dude.
Can we talk about the real piece of wording in this card that is amazing?
What?
If a creature, it doesn't care if it's a token.
Well, yeah, 100%. That's sick.
Well, yeah, it fixes itself if this devil dies.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This card's great. It's never ending. It's like
Oh,
Willy
but
Wonka's fucking chocolate factory, but for demons, devils, and imps.
You know what does kind of suck though? It's only ever gonna make 1.
It is only gonna make 1.
So,
You
like,
board
get a
wipe to
bunch
get
of things
1.
die. Yeah, that's kind of shitty. I was under the impression I was reading it as like, oh, you get 1 for everyone that died, but nope. I'm gonna do it real slow. I'm kind of falling off of this now.
Yeah.
That's fine, guys. If you don't have any imagination, I get it.
I mean, you're just gonna be there slowly, fucking every end step, making your 1 little devil. I guess that's good. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and every end step, I'll ping you for 1.
I'll be pissed.
Dude, 40 turns, you got me.
I swing in, I gain 2, Ping you for
True.
1. Swing in. Game 2.
True.
Ping you for 1.
Dude, you got it all figured out, Steven.
Everything.
Got it figured out.
Do you play Magic?
Let's move on to grades. David is giving this a C. I, on the other hand, am giving it a D.
Shane?
I was gonna say it's probably middle of the road. I know I kind of said it was bad, but I'll give it a C.
I'm going to give this a B. And I already know where this average is going, and I don't
C.
like it.
See you there, dude.
See you there. The average for this is going to be a C.
And I don't like it.
Yeah. This next card is Rilsa Rael, Kingpin. Rilsa Rael, Kingpin is 3, a blue and a black for a 2/5 legendary creature human rogue. It has Death Touch. It says when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. If you've completed a dungeon, that creature also gets +5/+0 and gains First Strike and Menace until end of turn.
Bleh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Missed opportunity too on like the alliteration, dude.
What do you mean?
Like like could have been made an R word there, dude. Like fucking like racketeer or something. That'd be sick.
I don't know. Who is she, Steven?
I honestly don't know. I don't know if we ever met her.
Okay. Fair enough. I wrote you will eventually complete the initiative dungeon. So giving all your attackers Death Touch is a good way to get your opponent not to block if they took the initiative from you.
Yeah.
That's the only saving grace.
I'm just not a big card on or not I'm not big on cards that are just only caring about finishing a dungeon, then you get like something cool. I don't know.
This card's stupid.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't mean say giving all of your attackers. It's just the one.
Yeah, it's just the one, yeah.
So easy way to still
Wah-wah.
take back the initiative. But yeah, David wrote, I don't like the initiative. That's a lot of rooms to clear to make a creature a beater. Seems like she doesn't turn on unless you combo or wait till turn 9.
I kind of agree.
Yeah, I suppose. Throw this in with more enter the dungeon type cards, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I don't like it.
Yeah,
Let's move
it's
on.
awful.
Let's move on to the grades.
F.
Yeah.
Wow. Dave also giving it an F.
I'm
still
just gonna
think
give
it-
it. I'm sorry.
I still think it does something, so I'm giving it a D.
It does do something. It's a D.
That average is a D. Next up, we have the final Planeswalker. This is Tasha, the Witch Queen. Tasha, the Witch Queen is 3, a blue and a black for a starting loyalty of 4. It has an ability that just says whenever you cast a spell you don't own, create a 3/3 black demon creature token. Has a +1 ability that says draw a card. For each opponent, exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from that player's graveyard and put a page counter on it. It also has a -3 ability that says you may cast a spell from among cards in exile with page counters on them without paying their mana cost. Ugh. This could have been so much better.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Could have
Poor
been
Tasha.
so much better.
I just hate planeswalkers like this where you spend the mana to play it, you do its +1. Even though you can do its -3, you have to wait a turn. Like, I don't know.
Yep. I'm right there with you. It's really weird that they did this because the original Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, exiled
So
cards
good,
from the
dude.
top of the library. This has nothing to do with that ability.
What do you mean?
Like, you're not.
Exile a card from the top of their library. Put a
I,
page counter on it.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Oh, you mean the milling aspect?
The milling aspect of it is just. I thought it would be more of a mill.
I'm sure Steven did too.
Steven was hoping.
Steven's sad.
Steven was sad.
Steven was sad.
I wrote it's just a bit too slow. David wrote, a bit too hit or miss for me, and I really don't like how you have to +1 right away. So what you said, Steven.
Yep.
Steven, we got to think of something that says just a bit now. Because they both said a bit. So I'm going to say just a bit too eh.
Just a bit too meh.
There you go.
Yeah. Perfect. Let's move on to grades. This is going to be a D for me.
I will also give this card a D.
I will also give her a D.
Wow, interesting.
That was phrasing. I'm sorry.
Dave also giving her a D.
Yo, D brothers.
D brothers. This average here is a D. Next up, the Council of 4. The Council of 4 is 3, a white and a blue, for a 0/8 legendary creature human noble. It says whenever a player draws their second card during their turn, you draw a card. And whenever a player casts their second spell during their turn, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token. This is bad.
This card only has one purpose, and it's group hug.
This card makes
It's a
White Knight.
slow group hug. And it's not even a group hug. It's just helping you.
Well, you play cards that help people.
You're going to let your opponents draw more cards, obviously, on their turn, then you're going to draw that
Yeah.
card.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like it's too dependent on what others do.
No, you have enchantments on your board that say everyone draws an additional card, shit like that. It's going to be shit like that.
This is just a big blocker, dude. Just 0/8.
Yeah, this is basically just, I like to draw cards.
Technically, it is whenever a player. So if you drew a second card, you draw a third card.
Hey, you're figuring it out, Hunter.
I'm figuring it out. David wrote, could be a fun group hug commander. Although I'm not sure I see how it really pays off. Got a big booty. The during their turn line hurts.
Let's talk about the second part. When they cast a second spell during their turn. So it's not going to... If they cast 2 spells on your turn, this doesn't trigger.
Right. Good point. Good point. Yeah, I'm ready to move on to grades. I'm actually giving this one a big ol' F.
Ooh.
I'm going to take a page out of your book, Hunter. This card does something, so I'll give it a D.
I'll do the same because it is a group hug deck and players like group hug, so D?
David also gave it a D. You guys take that average and give it a big old D. I still think it's the Council of F.
No.
Next up, we have Thrakkus the Butcher. Thrakkus the Butcher is 3, a red and a green for a 3/4 legendary creature, dragon peasant. It has trample. It says whenever Thrakkus the Butcher attacks, double the power of each dragon you control to end a turn. Woo,
Yeah.
that's a fun one.
Those are big dragons.
There's 141 dragons to choose from.
Yeah. They're all probably pretty good.
Would this have been broken if this had flying?
Would this have been broken if it had haste?
I mean, probably.
Maybe.
Because then it just swings in for 6 immediately.
Yes, it always swings in for 6. Always.
Oh,
At
you're
bare
right.
minimum.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the haste would be instant.
Yeah.
What if this only cost 4 and you replace trample for flying? That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
But I mean, I don't know why I said that actually.
David wrote, cool for Dragon Tribal. He attacks as a 6/4.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for that.
Thanks. Hey, high five, Dave. We're seeing a lot of Dragon Tribal today.
It's Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm just saying. They definitely showed up.
They definitely showed up.
What do you think of this card, Steven?
I mean, it's simple. It's Gruul.
Yep. That's right. It is Gruul. Let's move on to the grades. I'm giving it a C.
I'll join you, man. I think this is a C.
I'm going to see you over there.
Hey, David gave it a C too. We're on board for once. That average here is a C.
See what I did there?
And the final card we are talking about is Zevlor, Elturel, Exile. Zevlor, Elturel, Exile is 1, a blue, a black, and a red for a 4/2 legendary creature Tiefling Warrior. It has haste as an ability where you can pay 2 and tap it. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a single opponent or a single permanent an opponent controls this turn, for each other opponent, choose that player or a permanent they control. Copy that spell, and the copy targets the chosen player or permanent. Huh.
That was rough.
It was a lot of words there, man. I wrote, I sense Steven's mill senses tingling. Maddening cacophony kicked on 2 players means all the opponents all mill half twice. I think the effect can be deadly.
Yeah, or you could just, not build this and build on Hello.
That's true. And I also just realized that this doesn't even work because it's not targeting anything.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Hunter.
I know. But get a target one. Get what's that other one? Cut your losses. There you go.
Yeah, no.
Tasha's hideous laughter, dude.
This card's stupid. I mean, can it do cool things? Yes. Do I think there is a better commander that does this exact same thing, where you don't have to pay 2 mana, and it doesn't matter if it has haste or not, and it also costs 1 less? Yes.
What are you talking about?
On Hello.
Oh.
On Hello is Grixis just like this. It costs 3 instead of 4. It doesn't require to have haste because casualty is just a static effect.
True.
I'm liking what you're saying, dude.
You make
You
really
don't
good
have
points.
you don't have to pay 2 and tap it, so you still have him up as a blocker, and he has Death Touch.
All right, but what about the player that enjoys paying extra for their cards and doing shittier things? This could be a good commander.
Bingo. Got him.
You gotta remember, the other players out there, Steven.
Well,
They're the only
unfortunately,
guy.
none of those players are the guys that watch us.
And
Hey.
if they
Well,
do,
this is
then
what
they're
this is what Dave says. He says this is way too specific for me to even want to understand it. Needs more words.
There's enough words on this card.
This David's the biggest dick.
Speaking of words,
He needs
Hunter, I
more
think
words.
there's something you want to say.
Let's move on to grades.
You figured it out.
Whoa, that was actually like not even planned. That was sick.
Dude, I'm in each other's minds.
I'm in each other's minds, he just said. Okay.
That's right, dude. I'm giving it a C.
D.
I like that. Did you say
D
B?
all day. No, D. D isn't dog.
D.
D isn't dumb.
Isn't
Dumb
dick.
fucking card.
Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna give this boy a D.
David also giving it a D. So Zevlor gets the average of a D. And that is it. We officially went through all of the legendary creatures from this entire set of Battle for Baldur's Gate. Whew.
Woo!
There's like 75 of them. That was a lot.
Woo! Come on, Steven. Be energetic, Steven.
Whew.
Oof.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Again, if you wanted to see part 1, look in the description. It is down there, as well as the monocolored part 1 and 2 as well, if you wanted to check those out and see what our grades are for those ones as well. Hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below what your favorite grade was, or maybe you disagree with one of our grades. Who knows? You probably do. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram and Twitter. That is at GuysThatMagic for both. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.